So I was on YouTube this morning and it was looking so weird. The videos weren't loading in and all I can see was the outline. And I started to wonder what's going on. Is this just my internet or something? Well, I checked my internet and it was fine. And the only website that was looking like this was YouTube. So naturally, I got suspicious and looked it up. Well, it's happening to everybody and the reason will shock you. So people were just complaining about this on X, talking about how the YouTube page looked weird and it seems like YouTube just isn't loading it at all. And so I accidentally stumbled across the street where it says looks like YouTube will not load if you have an ad block in Naples. If you're having this issue, just stay disabled your ad block on YouTube. I found out they just did this just because we had their ad block on. And so I decided to disable my ad block, and guess what, my YouTube, it works now. It does. So yay, YouTube going to war with the ad blocks. It's not a new thing. I've seen YouTubers make tons of videos on topics exist. Some of these videos are from years ago, and how YouTube is popping up messages now saying, hey, ad block is disabled, turn it disabled, otherwise you will be disabled. Is not allowed on YouTube, so don't use an ad block or don't. So they're pretty upfront in the approach because they can see they use the ad blocker. You need to stop using the ad blocker. But now YouTube seems to be using underhand toxic guy from using no ad block. It does make sense because YouTube makes money from ads, so they don't want us blockers. And that's how YouTubers like me made monies to write. In terms of the frequency of YouTube ads, we already know about that, but YouTube ads are also very weird nowadays. To people have made videos, and it's especially at its worst ARN. Where is very weird ads at YouTube, weird things, grotesque things, and weird things. So your viewing experience on YouTube is very weird. Secondly, if you're younger. Keeping those things in my mind, extremely weird YouTube ads and also weird YouTube ads. I don't blame people for using ad block, however, at least one YouTube pops message saying ad block must be disabled. At least they be upfront and transgender that they don't want you to use an ad block. But now YouTube seems to be using more under toxic than tactics. It makes it seem like it's basically your website basically looks like basic crash basically. And why no, for me, my internet, I thought I was messed up. I read a tweet about this disabling this app blocker and it ultimately immediately fixed the issue. Ultimately for me, YouTube does this kind of stuff all the time and they don't want to don't say anything about it. I don't want to wake up and see the user feedback or what even. This is probably one of their underhanded ways to make people not use sunblock, because when you use it and their website just stops working, obviously people, they're gonna disable it. So yeah, YouTube did slightly address this but they said they say this isn't working. Follow these steps in this browser. This is not gonna acknowledge that they may be using underhand Texas. It looks like a glink. But it only happening when people use ad block is not a convenience. It shows something might be more shady than going on. Let me know what you guys think about this situation in the comment section. Let me know if this has happened to you today. So don't be surprised if this happens to you in the future. So don't be afraid to leave a like and subscribe and leave comment and subscribe and leave a like and leave comment and leave it like.
Bye for
now.
now.